Welcome back to Meg's Mysteries. This story's called Mirror, Mirror. Magic mirror on the wall, tell me now, who is the fairest of them all? Who will be the next one to fall? An old beauty queen, Xena, is approached by a representative of Fairdale annual beauty pageant, sponsored by Fairdale National Bank. Mr. Mose asked Xena, "Will you be interested in judging this year's pageant?" The same one she held the title for 3 years, the fairest of them all, in 1954 to 1957. She won the first time when she was only 15 years old, and she was a true beauty. The town of Fairdale holds this beauty pageant for years, the same theme, fairest of them all, just like the Snow White story. Xena tells him, "Well, that was many years ago, and I started at 15 and held the title until I went on to my career as a model and a musician and my musical career. The pageant helped me on my way to fame, so I'll be happy to help out." "It'll be an honor to have you. I still remember you when you won the first time. I was a judge, and everyone agreed. Truly, you were the fairest of them all," he tells her. "I would love to see you on stage again to crown the newest winner." "Oh, Mr. Mose, I've been following each pageant for years, since I came home again. Now I'll be honored to be part of it again." "There's so much to do. Pick new contestants and see their special talents. Pick the beauties. I'll make time from my busy schedule to help in any way I can." "Thank you so much, Xena. You are still the fairest of them all. I can't wait to work with you again." Xena smiles and said, "I remember you judging the first pageant I won. Thank you so much for remembering me. It was so many years ago." That night, Xena takes out her gown and her tiara that she wore for the first pageant. Still fits. She smiles into her full-length mirror. "Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm back." And then she sees an old lady looking back at her. How comical she looked in an old worn-out gown and a tiara missing its glowing gems, faded in the years, just like her. "But they still remember my beauty and ask me to help. I will show them who is still the fairest of them all. I still have life in me, and my fans still love me. At least one does." She goes to the first tryout. All the young girls are beautiful, but they don't have what it takes, she thinks to herself. Not elegant and poised like we were. All into themselves, very modern young girls with no morals. But she smiles at them and will pick 20 of the best to compete. The prize is $500 and a scholarship to Fairdale College, and the modeling agents will pick them up, too. She has her work cut out for herself to weed out the losers just by their looks and try to pick the most beautiful girls. In her day, Xena was a raven-haired beauty with violet eyes that sparkled. Every judge picked her just from one look, but her talent was her voice, like an angel from heaven. That was so many years ago. Now it's a different time and not the same way of life. Xena thinks, "I hate this modern age, not like my days. These girls are fake with their fake hair and all that makeup. No real beauty. It looks like everyone comes out of a box these days. Blue, purple, orange hair, fake blondes, tattoos and earrings all over. What's up with body piercing? And their choice of clothes, ripped pants, and they show way too much of their bodies. No shame. Bring back the good old days. I'm exhausted just looking at them. Well, I plan to do something about it all, to bring this pageant back to its glory days." Mirror, mirror, her favorite quote from long ago, a bedtime story her mother used to tell her at night. She was the beauty and fairest of them all. Mother said so. She stands in front of the mirror with tears in her eyes, now an old woman. Then she says, "Mirror, mirror, who will be the first to fall? Tell me now who's the fairest of 'em all. The next day, time to pick the contestants. A blonde girl of 15. She looks more like 20 with all that wild hair and makeup. Tina Fey. She sang out her original song. It was like nails on a chalkboard screeching like an alley cat. And she was dressed like a hussy. But the other young judges loved her, so Zena okayed it, but she'll take matters into her own hands later. Second choice, Carly Waters. Nice body, blue hair and tattoos, body piercing, in a goth attire. Her poem was dark and gloomy. But they all loved her. It's a new age, they said. Zena just smiled and put her name on the list. The last one of the day. Oh, brother, Zena thought to herself. They can't be serious. But the judges wanted her. Doris White. She looked like she had work done, and not a good job. All pumped up in places like she would fall over, top-heavy, and her lips like two balloons, so full of Botox. Why do that to yourself and think you look beautiful? Zena just looked away. Ugh. Then her talent, none at all. Her dance number looked like a cat on a hot tin roof, jumping around like a crazy person. Zena had her work cut out for her to rid the world of these fake girls. Where are the natural beauties? The next day, other contestants were not too bad, so she okayed them all. But no real beauty or talent to talk about. Only one stands out, a shy girl at 15, Marla Maines. She looked like a young Zena. Real black raven hair, violet eyes, and she sang an old Kelly Smith song, Old Black Magic. She sounded like a songbird. Zena will make sure she's a winner no matter what. The night before the dress rehearsal, Zena invites all for a party at her house. You're all winners in my book, she smiles and tells them. When they were leaving, she handed them all personal gift baskets with their names on it. Makeup and expensive perfume, jewelry to wear for the pageant. I wanted to give each of you a special gift, just from me. Wear them in good health. Each girl took their gift and thanked her, but only one thing, they just had the money and fame on their minds, and they all wanted to be winners. The only one, Marla, was truly thankful and gave Zena a hug. Thank you so much. No matter what happens, I enjoyed the experience, and to work with you was an honor. You are still a true beauty. The others just left, excited for the next day, the big day. Dress rehearsal. In the dressing room, 3 of the girls, Tina, Clara, Doris, started to feel unwell. All got a rash and hard to breathe. They were taken to the hospital. They must have an allergic reaction to something. The other girls were all fine. Zena said, I heard the 3 of them were partying it up in the room that night before. Zena told the other judges. Of course, that was a lie. The pageant night, the 3 girls were still very sick, and then they took a turn for the worst. They all died mysteriously. The head of the pageant came out and announced the tragedy. But the show must go on. The girls would have wanted it. It's a Fairdale tradition. Zena knew, if I had to crown the fairest of them all, I wanted to be a real beauty to take my place, not a fake, rude, no-talent girl. Just by their attitude and loose ways. They had to go, even if the other judges loved them. I couldn't take a chance on them winning my crown. Zena she gave the crown to the winner. Marla won, the fairest of them all. She was a real beauty. Zena thought, now I can look myself in the mirror and say, she was a perfect choice to win, and I made sure of it. I'm old and fading. My beauty is gone now. The mirror doesn't lie. But sometimes you can only see what you want to. I still see the young girl with the tiara and the big smile, the fairest of them all. So I give this gift to you, Marla. Let your true beauty shine. Then Zena looks into the mirror, splashes on the perfume with the same poison that was in the girls' bottles. their personal gift from Xena. The poison was a high dose of henbane, also called witch's drug. It gives you hallucinations and then death. She put the perfume in each of them for a personal gift to them. Now looking into the mirror, she sees an old sad lady, not the beauty she was. And then it all goes fuzzy. The perfume and the poison penetrates her skin. They found her dead the next day in front of the mirror, dressed in an old gown and tiara, but with a smile on her face. Only the mirror tells her tale of a lonely old woman past her prime, but she leaves her legacy to the real fairest of them all. Marla now looks into the mirror and smiles. Will she go out gracefully or try to keep her youth? Father Time waits for no one. We all age in the end. I hope you enjoyed this story. Come back for more on Meg's Mystery. Until next time, enjoy your evening.